Hey guys, got another battle here today. This one's going to be versus Kendriin. This is going to be another Yu-Gi match that I do over the Aesoft, so let's just get right into this. I'm going to lead off with Hitmontop because the fake out Mach Punch combo or anything such like that is great against Focus Sashers like this Aerodactyl here. So I'm just going to go for a close combat second just because I make sure that he wants to get Stealth Rocks up because that's really what Aerodactyls do try to do. So I'm just going to try to predict that and I'm going to kill him. So he's going to send in his Yanmega this turn. This thing is a bit of a problem, but it's easily handled by Hitmontop thanks to its low defenses, but with Fake Out and everything, it does do quite a bit. So I'm going to switch into my Lodic just because I wanted to make sure, get a scout of how much damage he can do. So I'm just going to try to Dragon Tail him straight from the start. Luckily, my Lodic with the EV spread that I put in can take special moves very, very well, and once rested, it could take physical moves even better. So I'm just going to go for a Dragon Tail. I'm going to swap it out, and unfortunately, it does go into Rose Ray. This thing is probably most likely going to set spikes or try to put me to sleep, and I'm just going to go to Pharaoh Seed because if I do need to send something asleep, it most likely would want to be my Lodic, but I just couldn't run the risk of him going straight for a grass move. So I'm going to let him set up the Toxic Spikes, even though I do have Hitmontop to spin them away. I did change Hitmontop recently just because I wanted the viability to actually spin, because with Life Orb, Sandstorm, and other weather conditions such as that, Hitmontop will not be surviving. So I turned it into a defensive stat. It still carries Fake Out, but it is a bit more effective in spinning. So unfortunately, I'm going to go to Chandelier, and he's going to get Toxic, not something I want to happen. So I'm going to set up a sub as I know he's going to switch because all his best moves are either really Giga Drain or Leaf Storm, depending on which one he does carry. So I'm going to go for a Pain Split on this Blastoise just to get some close damage, and this will cost me my Chandelier because I don't play the best I could have with him. I should have played a bit more conservatively, and so yeah, so I'm gonna die. He's unfortunately gonna be left at 11%, and I know I could take him out right here with a Fake Out or Mach Punch, which one I do go for a Fake Out, and see, with all this damage I will be dying. So not dying, I will be closer to dying, and yeah, just not great. So I'm gonna switch out into Bisharp, being that it is one of the few things I have left with priority, and it also does have a chance to paralyze it if he stops going for protects or anything, and I do resist his stabs. So I mean, not all his stabs. If he has Bug Buzz, I am a bit under the bus. So yeah, I'm left at 80%. This is not somewhere I want to be at. I'm pretty sure I'm special defensive, but if I went for a T-Wave here instead of a Sucker Punch, I probably could have caught this Heracross and easily handle it with my Gligar much, much better. So I'm going to send out Gligar this turn just to wall any move and basically get up my Stealth Rocks if I really require them, seeing that as the Blastoise is dead, he's not going to be in any advantage sometime soon, and he's not even carrying a Ghost type. So he's actually going to turn into his Registeel this turn. Don't know why exactly, but I do go for a taunt, and luckily he was trying to Toxic me. Probably his main thing is why he sent out his Registeel to try to Toxic me, knowing that I dodged the Toxic Spikes myself. So I'm going to Roost here. I'm going to gain my HP back. Luckily, Seismic Toss is about a 4-hit KO. 3 to 4, one of those two. I don't really remember exactly, but yeah, I'm just going to keep going for EQs and roosting. That's my main game plan while I need this thing to die. So that's basically what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to keep roosting, and unfortunately, he will keep going for Seismic Tosses. If this thing would switch out, which it really doesn't feel like it because he's in an okay position, but it will cost him his Registeel later on. But yeah, it's okay. So he's going to keep going for Seismic Tosses. Not very well off. So I'm going to go for an EQ. I'm just trying to KO him these next two turns. So I'm just going to go for another EQ this turn, knowing that he can go for a second Seismic Toss if I am able to KO him. Sorry. So I'm going to go with Yanmega. Luckily, I did set up the Stealth Rock, so that does mean he's kind of screwed. So he's actually going to go for a Protect or an Air Slash. Actually, no, he's going to go for a Giga Drain, and I don't think I'm specially defensive. Possibly am. I don't know exactly. So here I know the Protect is coming, and so I go for a T-Wave, I believe. No, I go for an Iron Head just because I didn't want to waste my Sucker Punches, and I don't want him to gain an advantage. He's really just trying to gain speed, which really doesn't matter because I am carrying priority. If I did go for a T-Wave here, which I know I didn't, I would have had much better time. So basically, this thing combination of Yanmega and Heracross are causing me a bit of problems, but it's not really something I can't handle. But it's just going to be a bit more difficult to really do anything. So now he's at -1 defenses, and I see this as a good opportunity to get my Pokemon roosted up and basically have a good advantage over him. So I'm going to roost up right here, and that's basically it, because he can't really touch me too well besides Sleep Powder. But even then, I'm just going to try to do my best with staying up. So Giga Drain, it's going to do less than half, but I mean, it's still doing a nice chunk, and it's not something I want to have to keep taking, so I'm going to go back into Bisharp and hopefully KO this thing while I can. So, Giga Drain, it's doing quite a bit even. It's doing above a fourth, so I don't think I'm very specially defensive. I haven't checked my EVs on my Bisharp past this point, so I'm going to go for a Sucker Punch. That's going to do quite a bit, but unfortunately it is not enough to take him out, so that will cost me my Bisharp, but luckily Life Orb Recoil will take him out, so that's basically one of the threats I was waiting for is done. So here he's going to send in his Yanmega. That dies to Stealth Rocks, fortunately, and that basically leaves me up for Hitmontop. Being that I am above half, I can spend some Life Orb Recoil, and I can strike it back, so that's my main game plan, to get him to hurt things. And now, luckily, he has flinched, and I can stack something, send Hitmontop back in, and go for another Fake Out. So comment, like, and subscribe, you guys. This is basically game right here. I'm just going to sack Gligar. I actually kind of thought it would live. So, yeah, I'll see you next time. I'm probably going to have a few uploads. Thanksgiving break is a bit plentiful to our school. So, yeah, I'll see you later.